Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Elizabeth Kosich, and I'm debuting my first collection of luxury knit bikinis.
Wow, that sounds
Yeah,
exciting.
it's
Are
very.
you excited?
I'm very excited.
So, Elizabeth, tell us a little bit about your history and how you got here to actually designing bathing suits.
This is my first collection. I got into design mostly because I started as a knitter and I knit my own bikini about 3 years ago. And I saw a void in the swim market for very well made knit bikinis. So I approached manufacturers overseas and found a great partnership in one manufacturer in particular. And he and I have worked together to design a product that works very well both in the water and on land.
Wow, that sounds great. And what did you do before you actually decided to design bathing suits?
I'm an entrepreneur. I've had my own business for 7 years. It's a marketing products agency. So, being a seasoned entrepreneur, I understood how to find the right manufacturers and then package my product to then sell to retailers. So,
That's great. I'm proud of you.
yeah.
Because it's hard to enter into this industry.
It is difficult, but I've been designing for clients for 15 years. I've been in the marketing products agency for that long, and I've always wanted to create my own label. I just really thought about it for about 15 to 20 years, trying to decide what exactly it was going to be. And it was just the right time in my life, and it was the right product. And I thought to myself, if I can get this right, then it has legs. So I've been working for about 3 years to develop the product, and I'm thrilled to finally be going to market with it.
That sounds great. So, this is going to be your first actual collection that you're going to show on a runway.
Yes, I've shown on a runway, but not my collection in its entirety. So this is going to have all 14 pieces. I have three key swim styles. One is a classic string bikini, and I have a 3-ring bikini, and then a third with some interesting hardware. And then I have two different caftan styles, one long and one short. So they're companion pieces to the bikinis in it, and there's a lot of crossover with the color palette, so it makes for a nice collection that you want to pack when you go on vacation somewhere exotic.
Speaking of color palette, tell us a little bit about what inspired you for this color palette that you're going to be showing on the runway the 25th.
My collection is inspired by New York City, of course, specifically New York City at the turn of the century. So I kind of went off of the opulence of the Gilded Age, and there's a lot of metallics in my color palette, as well as some mostly solid colors and some without metallic flecks. But overall, it's a luxury product, so it's very rich in feel and texture and color. So
Sounds great.
yeah, I'm very excited about it.
So, how did you meet Seam Collective or get involved with Seam Collective?
I'm thrilled to be a part of the organization and to collaborate with the other designers. It's very exciting. I met through personal introduction, so it was just something that happened, and it just came together at the right time.
And how do you feel so far working with the girls of Seam Collective?
They're phenomenal. I can't believe what they're pulling off. This is going to be an amazing event with a lot of.
Do you have any certain expectations during the show or after the show, or expectations from the organization?
Not really. I'm just very open. I'm so grateful to have the opportunity. I'm just at that very important point where I'm introducing my own product and really focusing on building my brand. So it's great exposure to have, to virtually go from no exposure to this kind of exposure. I couldn't have wished for anything more. It's great.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a sneak peek at these
Absolutely.
wonderful women here standing next to you.
I have my lovely ladies with me. This is Tara and Joanna.
Hi, Tara and Joanna.
Tara's wearing the classic Gertrude. This was the name, of course, inspired after Gertrude Vanderbilt Whitney, who was an amazing pioneer, both for women and for New York at the turn of the century. This is a classic string bikini with a triangle top and then string tie bottoms.
I love that gold.
Yeah, it's very fun. It's a mixture of kind of a rich dark green and gold flecks, and I'm calling this color Dollar, of course, to represent the Gilded Age.
Now, is that you were saying that this works in the water and outside of the
Yes.
water? Is there some kind of technical fabrics involved?
These are, well, it's a little tricky. It was tricky devising a fabrication that really worked. And so these are knit. They're not hand knit, they're machine knit. And what I've done is I've made sure that there's ample stretch in the fabric so that it doesn't get droopy when it is filled with water. It really clings to the body where it needs to cling
Right.
when it needs to.
I've had one of those bathing
Exactly.
suits before.
We all know it. We all know.
And
Yeah,
how
the
about
small nuances of bikinis that are
that?
essential.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How about that beautiful coral one right
The
next to?
coral one is beautiful on Joanna. It's a beautiful color. This is the classic string tie bottom, and then the top is, it has a very interesting metal bamboo ring in the center, and it's kind of a little bit more plunging and contoured across the chest. So it's a very open neckline, which I'm liking this season.
Elizabeth, what's the retail? What's your retail points here?
These, again, it's a luxury product. It retails between $235 and $275, depending upon the style.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see the whole
Thank you
collection
very much.
on October 25th.
Yes.
And it was great to meet you.
Thank you very much.